Hi, Terry Franks here. Welcome back to my channel, Prescott Voice. Don't forget to hit those subscribe, like, and share buttons. Well, today I learned that there were 4 more Israeli hostages that are confirmed dead in Gaza. More blood on the hands of Hamas. And another step backward in the hope of a ceasefire deal. Today I'll reveal why Hamas, not Israel, is stopping the Gaza ceasefire. The U.S. State Department just made a bold statement. Quote, Hamas is the main obstacle to a Gaza ceasefire. As tensions rise, Washington and Israel are waiting for Hamas to respond to a 3-phase proposal, which was unveiled by President Biden last Friday. This proposal aims to bring peace and release hostages, but Hamas has yet to accept it. Meanwhile, the human cost of this delay is mounting, with the deaths of 4 hostages announced today. The U.S. State Department spokesperson, Matthew Miller, didn't mince words. He declared that the real barrier to a ceasefire is Hamas. Surprise, surprise. Despite having a proposal almost identical to what they previously accepted, Hamas is now moving the goalposts. President Biden's 3-phase plan is on the table. Phase 1 includes a temporary halt to fighting, the withdrawal of IDF soldiers from populated areas, and the release of women, the elderly, and the infirm. Yet, Hamas has not agreed to these terms. They demand a permanent ceasefire before any hostages are released. The Israeli government, led by Prime Minister Netanyahu, is under immense pressure. Right-wing politicians and public fear that agreeing to the deal might compromise Israel's military goals. Netanyahu, however, insists that Israel can achieve both the return of the hostages and the destruction of Hamas. Netanyahu and his cabinet are adamant. Israel will not commit to ending the war before its goals are met, destroying Hamas, freeing the hostages, and ensuring Gaza no longer poses a threat. This is part of the outline agreed upon in the War Cabinet, a unified decision despite the political pressure. U.S. National Security Advisor John Kirby reiterated that the proposal is the result of intense diplomacy between the U.S. and Israel. He emphasized that it's now up to Hamas to accept the deal. The proposal offers a 6-week ceasefire, the release of hostages, and a path to negotiate a permanent ceasefire. That's a key there. The stakes are high, incredibly high. Relatives of the captives and advocacy groups are demanding an immediate deal, even if it means ending the war. And you can understand that. They want their relatives back. The human costs are too great to ignore. On the other hand, Israel is wary of resuming its military campaign if negotiations prove futile. Both Biden and Netanyahu seem to agree on one point. Now is the time to shift from military action to diplomacy. The focus is on ensuring that Hamas no longer governs Gaza post-war and finding alternatives for the region's future. Great idea. As the situation unfolds, it's clear that the path to peace is fraught with challenges. The U.S. and Israel are pushing for a diplomatic solution, urging Hamas to accept the current proposal. The urgency is palpable, with lives hanging in the balance and the future of Gaza at stake, as well as Israel's. Prime Minister Netanyahu has reiterated Israel's commitment to achieving its goals: the destruction of Hamas, the release of hostages, and ensuring Gaza no longer poses a threat. The international community, of course, is watching closely. We're all hoping for a breakthrough. The clock is ticking. Every moment of delay prolongs the suffering of Israelis and Palestinians alike. It's time for Hamas to make a choice, to embrace peace and end the cycle of violence. Stay tuned for more updates as this critical story develops. Together, let's hope for a swift and peaceful resolution. Personally, I'm not that hopeful that Hamas will agree to the ceasefire proposal as outlined by Biden and hoped for by Netanyahu, I don't trust Hamas, and I don't think Israel does either. That's just my take on the deal. Leave me a comment, let me know what you think. Thank you for watching.